Hey everybody, welcome back to the Miser's Guide. In this video, I thought we'd go through an Elite Wars playthrough. This was a very interesting battle that we had. We had maybe 20-something members, and the opposing alliance had 60-something. It was pretty massive of a difference. So I wanted to take you through this and have a quick discussion too about numbers versus power. We're definitely more powerful than them, but they had clear numbers in comparison to us. So let's take a look at this. Look at this swarm. It's just so many people. And that is awesome to see that level of activity in an alliance. Let's see what comes of it. They're going to do their first attack on our castle. We have to go back to defend. We just don't have the numbers to push. And I think in the background, like you'll see right after, there's some of the stronger players that kind of stayed out of it to go try to hit their castle at the same time and hopefully take it while they're distracted. But this battle is pretty much in the favor of our alliance, even though we're significantly outnumbered. We're just a lot more developed than they are right now, anyway. But they have those huge numbers, which is very interesting to see these battles. Like this was 24 versus 44, 4.6 million army versus 6.7. It's a big difference, and it was very lopsided still. So you see those people sneaking in the back and trying to capture that. Didn't work out, and this is the failed rally or the failed attack on our keep there. And the stragglers are falling back as we're pushing forward, and we're like, okay, we can definitely beat them even though they have the numbers. You know, we have superior firepower, so let's give it a shot. We're not going to see all the battles here, but then we start to see these numbers again. It's like, okay, we're pushing with like 14 people, and they have a huge amount. So, you know, you just can't push when there's that kind of numbers. You're going to encounter resistance wherever you go. You're going to get locked up, and it's pretty hard to make it through. So here's another battle. I don't really remember what the numbers were here, but it was another pretty big one. And again, like the blue is just pushing hard, strong front line, really strong ranged, and it just decimates everything that they have. So that's actually, yeah, it's definitely in our favor, but it's a little bit closer this time, maybe. A little bit closer, for sure. If they had a couple more people that were pretty strong, they might have pushed through here. That was a closer one. Yeah, 23 to 40. So I'm guessing that some of our bigger players had missed that one as well. All right. And, you know, we have some players that are trying to push, and they're trying to get there to, you know, catch them while they're away and while they're locked up here, but they're not being successful. And these guys are trying to push. They're not being successful. So everybody's in a stalemate of numbers versus power. Here's another push on our castle. This one, it looks like it has fewer numbers, so it's not going to be successful, but we'll see how it goes. They are, yeah, they're getting pretty decimated here. Their front line is gone. They're down to angels. The angels are going to be gone. And yeah, it just, their back line is toast. That was an easier battle, I think. They got people coming in really late too that are trying to push it back, but it's just not enough. The battle's already over at this point. And I don't know why, but on the replay, I'm getting a graphical bug that thing is, you know, still under attack, but it's not. It wasn't like that in the game. So here they are gathering up, and I think they're thinking about, like, should we attack again? Should we not? And they all pool their people over there. You can see a couple more coming in, and I think there's a couple people that did attack. So here's another battle. I don't know if I don't think this one, I timed it right, but it did happen shortly after. So let's see. Yeah, that was just a couple people from that fort that were pushing, but yeah, no, that didn't go very well either. And I think they just decided, like, yeah, we're not going to be able to beat them. We're not going to be able to capture their main fort there. It's just not possible, even though we had only like 25 in there, and they had somewhere between 40 to 60 active players. I think they had some people stick behind. even with those numbers, they still couldn't take it. So what are their options here? Their options are to, well, they can't beat us on the main fort. It's just not possible. And we can't beat them because we can't get past, like, they have forts everywhere. Wherever you go, you're stuck. And then, the couple of people that are pushing can get destroyed. So we can't push. They can't push. The only option left is to run out the time and to try to control the battlefield. Now, here's where it gets tricky. We have the power, but they have the numbers. In this kind of a situation, numbers are going to win. There's just more people to take more spots on the field, and it all comes down to who can hold the most at the end. And with fewer numbers, you're at a severe disadvantage. So these guys, they played it well. There's only a couple minutes left, and most of them are in the front here. All the back are taken already, and our alliance is just like, where do we push? Like, what do we do? Because if we split up too much, you're going to get destroyed. Like these guys are. There's a couple people that are trying to push forward. You can't. You're going to get destroyed. So what are our options? Well, we can go down like 1 or 2 lines, but that's not going to be enough to take the win. So it's a really tricky situation. If you can't beat them on the castle, it is going to be a matter of just who holds the most. And in our case, that was not us. Thank you so much for watching this video and supporting the channel. If you liked what you saw, please consider hitting the like button and checking out other videos on the Miser's Guide to Ebony. I'll see you in the next video.